Welcome back to Stoney Gate. This is the last time we're going to have to be here, and I'm going to show you a 99.9% finished property. The desks and chairs are not in yet to all the bedrooms. They're coming on Wednesday. But for now, this is it. Done. Let's go. This is the finished thing, ready to let. We've got 4 viewings happening today and a block viewing with the agent. Standard double bed. Got our bedside table. Over here, there'll be a hanging rail here. But we've got this curtain instead of the wardrobes. We're trying something new. Here's the finished ensuite. Really like these shower boards. This is going to be a new standard for us. If we're going to go for shower boards, we're going to do this like grey toned shower board instead of the white finish. A little mirrored cabinet above the sink as well. But before, this room obviously didn't have the ensuite. It went all the way back to that back wall. And it was just a standard living room with grim wallpaper, awful carpets. We then ripped it all out. We had to drop the ceilings, we had to put in all the acoustic insulations. This has been acoustically tested as well, which is a new standard for Gateshead. It's more expensive, that's 500 quid on the inspection. Across the whole property, it's probably cost us 5-10 grand more just to get it to this new level of acoustic insulation that they want in Gateshead. Testament to councils in the UK clamping down more and more on building regulations for these kind of HMOs. And here's another bedroom. It's a really big space. You've got the lovely bay window and the same furniture finish as well. Before, this was just a reception room. The ensuite obviously wasn't here, just backed onto the kitchen. Everything ripped back, and now look at it. We've got these nice black carpets as well, hard wearing with a nice soft underlay. This is some of the best stock on the market.
So was there a reception before? Now what are the agents saying we can get?
What's that, my shirt? Yeah, I got this shirt from a charity shop in Marlow, and I thought I'd wear it for a special occasion. So we turned reception rooms into bedrooms, which from an HMO standpoint means you're getting rental income instead of shared communal area.
Before you move on, while we're here, has anything changed about the stairs?
Obviously, in all the communal areas, we've ripped everything back as well, redecorated to a pretty standard finish. Repainted this, ripped off the carpets on the stairs, put down nice new carpets. Internally, we've had to insulate all the walls, obviously. And then this is one of the smaller rooms. And look how big it is still. Like, still get a load of space in here. And obviously we'll have a desk here as well. We've got our electric points. We've got TV points in every room as well. Radiators in every room. We've got all the heating system on like one regulated switch, which basically means that we can control the heating so that tenants can't whack it through the roof. Another ensuite in here. And obviously remember, this wasn't here before. This was just a flat wall with awful wallpaper. And now it looks much smarter, much cleaner. And it's still a big room, even though it's one of the small ones. This is a small double, but this will still fetch really good rents. You got a nice little view onto the garden. Now this room really is drastically different because before this was one massive room and it had so much space in it that we could pull in an ensuite to that small double room and 2 ensuites back to back for the adjacent room and this room, and still big enough circulation space for a double bed and a good living standard. Really impressed by how this room's turned out. And also worth noting, before we were going to have the ensuites back to back in those corners there, which would have made no sense, especially with the chimney stack. It would have encroached on the room too much, and we would have still have to have found an ensuite space here. So it was only in the last minute when submitting to building regs that we just rethought and rejigged the area with a last site visit before kickoff, where we had this idea. This is one of the corner ensuites, but we'll ignore this one because the one next door will show you in more detail. And this is the smallest room, but still a really good size. You know, we're gonna have a desk behind you there, double bed, wardrobe, bedside, still works really nice. Oh, mirrors as well. Mirrors are also coming this week, so we'll have full-length mirrors in every room as well. And then ensuite in here's good size. And this was, remember before, this was 2 separate bathrooms. So this was a little toilet there, and then this was a really oversized bathroom. So we've knocked it all through and managed to make a decent sized bedroom out of it. Now, this to me is the best room. The size is the same as the 2 downstairs, but you get this really nice view all the way across to Sunderland and Newcastle, which we've shown you many times. Probably every video has this view in it.
You can't see it
on video. You can't, but when you're looking out here, you can see all the way to Newcastle. You can see
there's a bus.
There's a bus. You can see St James's Park. Kept obviously the feature with the fireplace, which is really nice. Again, before, this room really was in bits aesthetically. It just I don't know what the colour scheme was thinking then. I don't know what they're thinking back in the 80s and 90s. We've pulled in the ensuite to this room, knocked through a doorway here to the adjacent room to put in this ensuite. And look, this is the standard of the corner ensuites. And all the showers are really good power. Let me show you. And also, obviously, you've got the window in this one. So I do think this is the best room with the best ensuite.
Yeah.
We should get 495 for this room. The most important thing about an ensuite is that it's obviously clean and it's functional and that the shower is powerful. That's going to sell the room any day. And a lot of tenants that will come and look at this will test the showers. That's all of the bedrooms. So another fire door again here between this hallway, the living spaces and the kitchen. The living room. So this looks drastically different as well. So dude. It's our first tenant. What have you been watching? You've been watching, what's it called? It's not Bargain Hunters, it's Shipping Container Hunter things. I can't remember. What's that, my shirt? Where were we? This room, yeah, so this room before, it had the piggy hole window there back into the living room. Obviously, it was again just in a pretty poor state and needed a lot of TLC. The boiler's in here, got a combi in there. This will be our cleaning cupboard. We'll have cleaners here twice a month. Coming to clean communal areas, especially the kitchen, and it keeps us with eyes on site. And here's our kitchen. This is a Howden's Greenwich Grey Gloss kitchen, for anyone who wants to know. And we've got our 2 washing units in here. We've got our big American style double fridge freezer. So you've got 6 trays on each side, which is adequate for each tenant. 6 freezer trays, 6 fridge trays. And then, genius move by Jeff, the builder. Last minute, he thought, you know what, we could do with a little island in here as well. Extra worktop space for the amount of tenants that might be in at any given time. The more worktop space we give them, the better. So it's made this kitchen, which felt really small and claustrophobic before, if you remember. They had the units on each side. Again, the deco was awful. It was very run down. So we've just ripped it all out and put in new units. We've got our full hob oven, microwave, toaster, kettle with all the splashbacks and the tile finish, which is really nice as well. And we've got 10 LEDs, which is excessive, definitely not necessary. And to be honest, it's because you get 10 in a box, so they've all just gone into the roof. Well, we've got this space as well, which is now nice and cleaned up. This will probably get used as a smoking area. And you probably don't notice this on camera. This is really warm in here still, and it's freezing outside. But this is quite warm in here.
They definitely won't notice that on camera.
No, you won't. Out here, freezing. Garden just looks 10 times better. If you didn't know, we've showed the progress every week of this project and the refurbishment from start to finish. So you can go and watch that in detail if you like. And then we've got our wooden panels at the back there to cover up the shoddy wall. Our bins will be there. Everything, all the bins will leave out the side there, which goes to the road. And this is it. It's a nice clean finish and it's a big usable space. A haircut, yeah, I shaved off all my hair as well.
Why'd you do that?
Gone. I was just feeling it, you know. You can see my happy smile at the back as well. Hair transplant. And we got rid of the shed in the back. There was loads of green shrubbery everywhere. And it's just all been gutted and ripped out to just give this nice, clean, low maintenance finish. So let's go inside and talk about the numbers. It's worth bearing in mind that this still isn't fully let yet and that we still haven't got the finished refinancing numbers. So I'm going to be conservative on the numbers. We bought this for 160 and then we spent 55 on the refurbishment. We had to overspend a little bit on the acoustic insulation and the inspections and things like that, which brings us to 215 and then plus 5 grand for legal solicitors, things like that. So we're at about 220 all in spend, and we've already got on a 240 valuation, which was based on a 450 per room rate. We know we're going to get 475 at a minimum on these rooms. So we can safely assume we're going to get a 250 val on the end refinance. We've already spoken with our broker and we know that they're going to attribute a 0.13% gross yield to give us a valuation at the end of the project. Let's be conservative, say we get a 250 valuation, we're going to get £187,500 mortgage on a 75% LTV. And then our total costs were 220, which will leave £32,500 in the deal. So £32,500 left in. We're going to be getting at least 475 a room. We're actually going to get 495 some of the bigger rooms. But let's go on a 475 per room basis, times by 6, times by 12, is £34,200 gross a year. Remember, £32,000 is left in the deal. £34,000 gross. And then we can assume that half of that is going to go on mortgages, bills, maintenance and management fees. And that's conservative because it's normally a little bit less than half. And then we've got £17,100 net a year. Divide that by the £32,000 left in, and we got a 50% ROI on our money, which is banging. On a 6-bed HMO that was turned around in about 2 months. So really, really good progress. We spoke with the contractor today, and we're going to be getting more and more of this stock. We're literally bidding on one just down the road. And this is what we do. This is the start to finish video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Go back and watch all the other videos if you're interested to see what it looked like exactly when we purchased it, and then during the different refurbishment stages. We've got a lot of other projects on the go at the moment. Some of them are about to come to video soon as well. Some of them are going through the process of refurbishment. Subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you're thinking. Like the video, turn on our notifications if you've liked the video. That really helps us out. We're just here to just keep spreading the journey, spreading the knowledge. I don't really have any motive to do this other than brand. I think it's good to show what we're doing. It helps show transparency for the type of investments that we do. And I think it's fun, and we get to look back on all this stuff and see our progress as we go from doing smaller HMO projects to the bigger apartments that we've already started doing, and then eventually onto much bigger schemes. And that's the whole reason we do these kind of videos. And I hope you enjoy them. Yeah, nice. That was a pretty good outro for as far as myself doing outros goes.
I had a good time.
I'm having a good time as well.
Is that a new shirt?
This is a new shirt from Marlow Charity Shop.